So we're still talking about the voice, right? One thing we have to stop doing as a people, is running away from conflict. There are so many, way too many people who try to avoid conflict at all levels. It is become it's become a job. And a lot of people will say, I'm protecting my peace. I don't like conflict. I don't like this. I don't like that. As if protecting your peace means that you just agree with everything. Sometimes that can be the opposite of protecting your peace. You can be ensuring and guaranteeing that your peace is going to be interrupted if you agree with everything. Conflict is an opportunity. It's not all bad. And when you hear the word conflict, it doesn't mean that there is fighting. It doesn't mean an escalation. It doesn't mean that it has to end or begin in violence. Conflict is just that, opposite ideas, opposite thoughts. Opposites attract. That's why you and your spouse have arguments. Opposites help. You don't need anybody that's just like you. If you are an entrepreneur and you're hiring and you hire another entrepreneur, now you got two bosses that can't manage anybody. There's nobody to manage. So you're telling me to do something and I'm telling you to do, and when we meet back up, we're still talking about the same thing. You need the opposite person. You need somebody who doesn't think like you, who doesn't move like you, who doesn't say what you will say. It's a way for us to learn. If you're around people that think just like you all the time, who can never give you an opposing opinion, somebody you can pick up the phone and go, girl, what did you think about so and so, so and so? And you not have a good discussion to be able to say, oh, I didn't like or I didn't agree. See, that's a conflict. That's conflict, but it's not bad. It's an opportunity to discuss something. It's an opportunity to see another side. It's an opportunity to grow. And when you don't do that, you walk around thinking that because nobody has knocked down your walls and your peace, that your level of thinking is right. And there are so many of us who have lived, and we all do it. We all do it because we all learn things. We have the same experiences sometimes. Like we all experience pain. I should put it that way. Maybe I should say we all have the same type of experiences, like painful, joyful, happy, all of that. But we don't respond to them the same. When you talk to someone who doesn't respond the same, who doesn't think exactly like you now have an opportunity to get an understanding of something and someone outside of yourself. And we need that. We can become very self-absorbed, very self-contained, assuming that what we think is right when you are not challenged in the way you think. Sometimes people, even people who've known me for years will get off track or offset by Kim. And I'm like, I'm not fussing. I'm saying, now tell me what you think. I'm passionate about it. Just because I'm passionate doesn't mean it's right. But if you know me, you know it's an opportunity for us to discuss. And even if I don't agree, I'll walk away and go, okay, I don't think so, but okay, I'll let it go. Who knows? For me, if I agree with what you say or later down the road, I see what you say, I'm going to come back and tell you. Because I appreciate the fact that you trusted me enough, that you cared about me enough to educate me, to expose me, to give me an opportunity to see something a different way. You may think, oh, this is no big deal. But that same difference of looking at something that's minute, I can apply it to something that is larger. And I have grown as a person. But if you never challenged me, if you never had a conflict against my thoughts, if you never expressed, use your voice to tell me you didn't agree, you leave me in a place of thinking either you agreed or you were annoyed by me or I just walk away and we've both missed something. That's why I tell people all the time, anybody that can't tell me the truth, I don't want you around me. I need people around me that is bold enough just to say, you know what? Okay, Kim, you've got on my nerves today. And you don't even have to say those words. I have a friend and we haven't known each other long, but I know in her voice when I've gotten on her nerves and she knows the same and we know how to go, okay, all right, well, okay, talk to you later. And then the next day we can talk and we can move on. Sometimes we discuss what happened, sometimes we don't. But it's a mutual respect and I love her so much already because I realize that she understands that unlike most people where I have to explain, listen, we can disagree and I'm not going to fall out. We can disagree and I won't melt. I won't disappear on you just because you did not say what you thought I wanted you to say. That is one of I don't even know how to explain it. It is refreshing because people now, although we have so many platforms, we've got people on every bandwagon. Some people are on the bandwagon just to say they're on it. Other people really believe what they're saying. And you can't even tell the difference sometimes. But I can always appreciate people who are authentically themselves and they can talk and they can tolerate listening. That's a lost art because we don't have to agree on everything. But sometimes when you listen, you can think about and get exposed to something greater, better, different. You won't always like what you get exposed to, but you are wiser for the experience because now you know how to categorize it, you know how you feel about it, and you know how to address it if you see it again. But if you're always limiting yourself, protecting your peace, making your circle small, 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 you're also making your mind small, small, small. You'll only hear small and one-sided opinions, and everything you say will be geared toward that one opinion. We got that in the White House. And they don't even believe everything they say. They just say it. And they just do it. It's the psychopath that likes to watch it. My point is, stop running from conflict. Stop saying, I hate conflict. Because what you're saying is, I don't like to be challenged. I don't like anybody to call me out. I don't like anybody to tell me they disagree. I don't want to disagree with anybody. I don't want to grow. I don't want to be a vessel for somebody else to grow. I don't want to learn. I don't want to speak up. I want to just be mundane. I want to be of no use. I want to be just there. Because literally, to avoid conflict on every level means that you are literally just there. You make no impact. You serve no purpose. Think about it. That's why we are learning to use our voice. And I didn't say you had to walk around disagreeing and saying everything you felt. You don't have to live by extremes from 0 to 1,000. But just know that conflict occurs all the time. And it is not just argumentative. It is exposure and opportunity. This has been Candid with Kim. We're still talking about our voice. Stop running from conflict. Watch, like, subscribe.